training session for Blitz? Like,
No, I didn't go to a training session for Blitz
how
because
come?
in 2015, I didn't play ball at all, so I didn't go to anyone's training. There was a few issues. Plus, I was still recovering from the knee injury that I had in 2018. So I mean, but I think for me, I think that was me kind of like putting the bait out there. So I think if somebody said, yeah, like rock up or something on an Aggie thing, I think I would have went. But because the comments are kind of like, yeah, like come down, let's be friends type thing or play together, I'm like, no, okay, it's not worth it. Because you know me, I'm an agent of chaos, bro. I'm here for all of that shit.
Not worth
That
the time. But
yeah,
yeah, I know you're an agent of chaos. I know that for a fact.
yeah,
So there's not. So
yeah.
it's so. Let's say your defense. You say your defense is probably top three in the country. Who's above them?
Statistically, it's Warriors and I don't think it was Blitz last year. I don't think the defense was that great, was it? But most years it's been Warriors, Blitz, and
Then Hornets.
I think it or I think one year was it Manchester or Tamworth? It was Manchester, Tamworth, or Leicester. It was one of them that had like a top three defense. But Hornets has never not been top five anyway. I know that much.
Yeah.
Especially in points allowed and things like that. But no, I'm putting it this way, no one can run the ball on Hornets. That's one thing I will say. I've never seen a running back ever in my entire life. I've never seen a running back
Okay.
ever.
So, would you say that if you were to put the Hornets defense, let's say if you put the Hornets defense with the Blitz offense, do you think the Hornets defense could do a better job than the Blitz defense right
Front
now?
seven,
The front seven.
yes. No. I'll put the best Hornets front seven, I'll put against any front seven ever, including Warriors. Now, obviously, I would still maybe put Warriors over the top because I know how they train.
Mm-hmm.
But the Hornets front seven is insane, bro. People like put it this way: teams last year, the second time they played last, they had wishbone formation, bro. Like that's how many blockers they had in the fucking backfield, bro. Two backs and a tight end, bro. Like Tim Tebow shit, bro. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Wishbone. So that front seven, crazy. Secondary has always been our weak spot, but I think it's every team's weak spot because nobody really gets into American football wanting to be a corner. It was cool for a while because of Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? But that's probably that technique is next level. You got to run as fast backwards as somebody is forwards, whilst looking backwards as well.
Okay.
That's easy, bro. That's ain't easy.
Well, what would you say the outcome would be? Let's say an exhibition game, right? Exhibition game between Blitz and Hornets. Blitz 18, not B team.
Yeah,
Blitz
yeah,
18. What would be the score, and who comes out victorious? Would it be a tie game?
I think it'll be tight for a while, and then if I touch it on the Blitz team I saw last year, they weren't that good. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect to them, but they weren't that great. Just trying to think if, and to be fair, it was more their defense that wasn't that great. To be fair, like I know Blitz have quite a good defense, but then obviously all them guys like Oliver Bishop and all that, they've all retired, in it. So the problem is the secondaries are going to decide that game. I don't see either team being able to run the ball. I don't want to say effectively because I think you can get 34 to 5 yards, but nobody's going to, like, I know I'm not going to get 100 yards rushing in that game unless somebody really fucks up their assignment, to be honest with you, because the Hornets' weak link has been their O-line for many, many years. The 2 seasons that we've had really good lines, we went 10-0 and got to a semi-final of Div 1.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the other season we had a really good line. We was quite young in the game. But I would probably give it to Blitz A through attrition. I think it'll be a game of attrition. I think those guys will be conditioned to go for a lot longer, but by no means a blowout. I could see 24. 12, maybe 15,
Not a bad
maybe
score.
30, 15. Yeah, it'd be a respectable game. I think if and when the Hornets get to Prem, I think a lot of Prem players will be quite shocked at the level because it's I think people have that big fish in small pond mentality. Yeah, our defense looks amazing because it's going against guys who are not levels or whatever. But I think they'll be really really shocked. But the secondary has to get a lot better. If the secondary is on par with the front seven, we've been in Prem already. We could win games like 3-0. To be honest with you, bro, that's like
Oh,
easily.
defense that good.
No, it is that good, bro. It is that good, and
Hmm.
we always players. And that's the other thing as well. That's the thing. People think we're a bunch of like thugs and shit, bro. We're the most diverse team in the country. We got doctors, lawyers, flipping, literally surgeons, police officers, and we're meant to be a team of fucking thugs. So yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point. So seeing as you're at Hornets and this is your last year.
I said last.
Last year. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you think you could get the Hornets into Prem? Do you think the Hornets could get to Prem this season? Do you think you can get the Hornets in Prem this year? Going against who are in the
Let me
division?
put it to you like this. Yeah, I'll answer your question directly, but let me put it to you like this. Last season, yeah, half of our squad opted out because of COVID. We went to games, bro, with 19 players. Yeah, we played a game against Watford Cheaters with 23 players total, bro,
Yeah.
and held them to a draw for 3/4 when it was 30 degrees outside, bro. Yeah, like for like, player for player, there is no team. Maybe except for Cambridge, but if you're talking British players, then no, because like Cambridge have got about 6 army-based guys. You get what I'm trying to say? But if we're talking British players, there is no team in Division One that can chat to Hornets. No team, player for player, like for like, when everyone's there, and it was proven. We played the Blitz B, our backup QB, who's not very good, played. Again, we held them for 3/4 with a small squad. We played that same team again with a full squad and our starting QB and blew them out by like 40 points.
Okay.
They had the same exact players, but we had ours. Like, there was games where, bruv, like, there was a put this way, my game day weight is about 92 kilos. Yeah, I like to come in about 90 kilos. Yeah, so that's just over like 200 pounds or whatever. I got home and weighed myself, but I was 86 kilos, bruv. I lost
That's a
6
lot.
kilos in sweat, bruv, in water weight, because that's how much I was on the field. When we've got our whole team, if we had our whole team and everybody was there, I would say it would be us and Cambridge in the final. I respect Wembley highly, but they're not on our level. Their offensive scheme is very good, but their defense is shit. Um, Essex Spartans, I ain't seen them in years. Last time we see them, we smoked them, but apparently they went 10-0 in Div 2.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Okay.
Cambridge is always a tough out. Always tough out. There was a game where we beat them 10-7, bro. You know what I mean? They're always good. They've got a linebacker. I think he wears 56 or 53, but he's got his number tattooed on his leg.
Yeah.
And I always have it out with him during the game, but afterwards we always shake hands like he's a baller. And they've got a nose tackle who's really good as well. And their QB is quite good, tall, quite slim guy, really really good. So their British players are good as well, but they've got like a running back what they had last time. When I played them, number 22, he was on base as well. And fair enough, listen, if you've got that, like, everybody knows our guy Keaton, who like nobody could catch on special teams on returns, and he plays outside linebacker. So everybody takes an advantage where they get it. I don't hold it against anyone.
Yeah.
But if you're talking like for like man to man, player to player, there's no team in Div 1 that can chat to Hornets.
So
Maybe Div 1 North, I don't know. But there's no team Div 1 South that can chat to Hornets. No way.
could you say with your hand on heart right now that
Yeah.
Hornets have the best chance to get to Prem now?
As it stands, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because I don't know who is committed to the year, bruv. But what I do know is if everybody is, Absolutely. Right now, my money would be, as it stands, on Cambridge to get to the Prem.
Okay.
Or to get to the final anyway. If you get to the final,
You get to Prem anyway.
Yeah, to get to, or at least because the semi-finals against North, isn't it? Or the other.
The final against the team up north.
Sorry, the finals against North, yeah.
Yes.
But the regional, the semi-finals against the other regional teams, isn't it?
There you get.
But yeah, it's between them and us. It's between us and Cambridge. But if we're in our A game, I would stack us up against anyone. But it's a big if. And that was one of the reasons, and I can say that because I'm one of the founding fathers of this Hornets thing, and it was one of the reasons why I left, because I don't like that uncertainty. I like to know. See, I haven't been at training for the last 3 weeks because I've been working and doing stuff, but I work Sundays before the season starts so that I can have them Sundays off. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're on our A game. No one, bro. Okay. No one can tackle us, and that's the truth.
If the Hornets, so let's go back to the Hornets real quickly and their possibility of getting into the Prem.
Yeah.
If they were to make Prem, do you feel that they will be able to attract enough players to stay up, or do you think that they will get relegated straight away?
I 100% believe we'll attract players because there's been a lot of players that only haven't come to Hornets because we're not in the Prem. There's some, you know this. There are some players that are just fixated on Prem. Fine, whatever. But everybody wants to play for the Hornets, especially defensive players. It's one thing. It took the offense a while to catch up, but the Hornets defense, like statistically, since our second year, we've had a top 3 defense in the country. Every year, you can go and look it up. Every year, Coach P's put out a top 3 defense in the country in terms of points to that. I think as except for maybe last year, but every year, wow. There have been so many QBs, running backs, everything. Tay, who bro, I think he sacked Zach Ritchie 5 times in one game. And bro, Tay's like 5'6", bro. But people don't realise how much of a beast he fucking is. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's the best linebacker I've personally ever seen, especially as an edge rusher. But the defense, they play with, and that's what made me a way better player. Like, bro, practicing against that defense every Sunday, hell on earth, bro. You have to earn every fucking yard because the front 7, our secondary is not great. It's never been great.
Yeah.
But front 7, bro, crazy. It's crazy, bro. Front 7 is insane.
I guess that is probably true. I have seen you lot play. Right. If you could make your own coaching staff from the coaches that are in the Prem right now, I want you to name offensive side and defensive side.
What, no head coach?
Yeah, and a head coach, obviously, yeah. Who would be the main man, and then obviously OC, DC, then positional coaches.
Which is that I know. Well, I don't really. That's the thing. I don't really know too many.
You could just say like this team.
Oh,
DC,
the team.
Yeah, this team and DC
all right, cool.
whatever.
So what I saw, listen, I would always make Tony Allen the head coach. My head coach first choice would have obviously been Pete, but that's not Prem. So, the reason why I make Tony Allen the head coach, again, I've maybe said like 3 words to this guy ever, but he started the Olympians, the Warriors in 2007 when they were the Cobras, I think they were called, or something like that.
Yeah, Cobras.
And bro, like, look at it, man. He started from scratch, and I mean, it helps if you've got like the whole of Croydon at your disposal. But like what he's built, I respect that. Anybody that builds an empire, bro, I respect it. And he was coming up, bro. Like Olympians and Blitz were still the teams, bro, and he knocked them both off. And aside from, I think, didn't Blitz win? I think Blitz won, is it once in 2016, maybe? I think it was like 1, because I think the Warriors won like almost, they were trying to win like 10 Brit Balls in a row, or something like that.
Tamworth.
But, is it Tamworth?
I think Tamworth won it 1 year.
Oh, okay.
It was Tamworth.
Yeah. So he would be my head coach, like, no doubt about it in my mind. And then obviously Neo would be the DC, for sure. Yeah. And the thing is, I know for a number of years Bristol had like the highest scoring offense, but they beat up on shit teams in their division or something like that, also shit local teams. So I would say, funnily enough, I would give it to John Moore, the Exiles head coach, because he used to get a bit pass happy, but his playbook was very simple but effective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know the Warriors' offensive coach. I know their offensive playbook simple as fuck as well, but I don't know the coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say Tony Allen, John Moore, and Coach Neal for sure.
Not a bad lineup, to be fair. That would be interesting. That would have been an interesting team to sort out.
Yeah.
Go on. So, what coach in the UK would you wish that you had played for?
To be fair, if Neil coached offense, I would love to play for Neil, man. I fuck with Neil heavy, man. God, again, RIP to him, God rest his soul. You know, but sometimes he used to talk a bit too much. But I would see him on the sidelines. Like, I like my coach being animated. I like my feeling like my coach actually gives a fuck, man. Do you know what I mean? I like someone who's very hands-on. Because I'm somebody, that's the thing, I actually want to be coached. And that's the thing that really pissed me off. Sorry to harken back to it about that, Nick. I'm somebody that wants to be coached, but they made it seem like I'm uncoachable. I want to be coached, but don't tell me to do something like someone else. Like Neo used to, because I went to a training session, I was like, oh, let me try a bit of linebacker again. And this guy broke everything down to me like I was a rookie day one, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was a day one rookie. And I was like, this guy actually really cares about the game. And I've got time for that, bro. So I would have loved to have played for Neo, man. You know, I mean, that's probably a very popular thing for people to say now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've got the messages. I've got all the interactions that I have. Top guy, man. Top tier guy. And very, very passionate about the game, which is what I respect.
Very passionate. He definitely brought the Olympians back to the Prem, obviously, with a bunch of rookies, a bunch of people that never played before, and a couple of us that have obviously played and did what we had to do. And again, we did beat most teams in Div 1 and then got straight back up to where we were supposed to be. Obviously, okay. I need you to tell me why you picked these three teams. Okay, three teams that you would say are overrated. I need to know why you say that they're overrated.
Overrated.
Like, what team do you feel that gets so much like people talk about them so much that you just like it doesn't the hype doesn't match.
I think you know what
doesn't match their production.
Yeah, I don't think there's three. I think I think it's Blitz and Warriors. Yeah, Blitz and Warriors. They're not overrated. Blitz and Olympians, but it's because of their history and their lineage. What it is that they're not those teams anymore, but they still kind of live off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you flipping go on Wikipedia and you go in the 90s, I think the Olympians won like 8 years in a row, bro.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean?
I think it was something crazy.
Something like that. So if you are recruiting someone, look, you can be, and somebody who cares about that kind of stuff, you can be like, look, you're joining, you know, a prestigious, a team with a prestigious history, sort of thing. Obviously, Blitz were running the show before Warriors came along, you know, and it's Finsbury Park and it's ends, and you know, you've got people that, you know, to be fair, it's a fucking cool name as well, like London Blitz. But I think they're overrated now. Do you get what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whereas, but they're still very good teams. More so the Blitz than Olympians. But the Blitz is still a very good team. Like my boy Ibs plays for the Blitz, and he played GFL 1, and he used to play for Hornets as well. Blitz are really good, and Joe Jebb, who used to play for Exiles, who's a quite a good linebacker. But I think the mystique and aura now isn't what it was. But if you can get players to come and play for you because of that, game's there to be played, bro.
Yeah,
that's it.
I
mean, I would say it's them doing those two. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
What would your past coach and teammates describe you as? How would they describe you?
Loud. Sounds cliche, bro, but I'm a good teammate, bro. No teammate. Coaches is something else because that depends who you talk to. Really, if you go to the Exiles and talk to certain man.
How would Hornets coaches and then how would Exiles coaches describe you as? and teammates from both sides?
I think my Hornets coach, my first head coach, Tony, he would say like I'm probably the definition of like evolution, bruv. Because when I first came, bruv, I was this skinny fucking couldn't read a gap, didn't know what peripheral vision was, just thought of the longest yard in my head, and I improved every single year. And he's one guy I had to earn every minute I got underneath that guy, bruv. But I did. They might describe me as someone who, it's weird. I don't train hard, but I play hard. And I think that used to go against me because I could be quite lackadaisical in training. But I'm in the field on game day, like I'm giving it everything I got. There's some training sessions where I go hard, but I know I don't always go as hard as I can. I think my coaches would say that about me, but I think they would say that I'm someone you can trust. Like my coach used to say to me, he was like, and even Coach Moore said that to me at the Exiles once. He was like, well, he said it. That was another thing that rubbed me the wrong way because George got injured, and then he was like, "You see how I gave George the ball on the 1 yard line? Like that's you now." And I was like, "What? So you're my guy?" And I was like, "What? So I'm your guy because he's injured? Is that what you're saying?" And he kind of didn't say anything. I think he just didn't know how to speak to me. But yeah, trustworthy. Like definitely the Hornets players.
Okay.
Exiles coaches. You talk to oh God. What is his name? 1 second. John Slade. That's it. The specialty. He loves me. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. From when I was there, I didn't really interact with anyone. If you ask my running back coach, he'd probably tell you I'm the worst thing that ever happened to the Exiles. And I think Coach Moore, he would say I was probably one of the best things because I came there, changed the entire culture, and they ended up going to the Prem. In large part because of it, not only because of it, but in large part because of it. So, yeah.
Okay, understandable. So, do you feel like having well, apart from the coaching and all of that, do you feel like having B teams do you feel that B teams help teams or hinder?
Bro, Blitz B is. I haven't yet to see I think only one person has gone from Blitz B to Blitz A, and I think that was the QB. I've seen the same Blitz B players since 2017, bro. So I can't really speak on that. I think Jordan is one of the only other people that no, he went straight from Hornets to Blitz A. What am I saying? I've never seen anybody apart from their QB. I think graduate. So yeah, let's like take all your cluffies and take all your money, but look, we're still gonna let you play ball. Like it's kind of a win-win for everyone. The club gets their funds and guys get to play ball. And Div 1 South is a very hard division. Like it's fucking hard. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of the teams are like for like in terms of ability. It's just that it's one or two things that put them over the top.
You feel that your talent is slightly being wasted in Div 1? Do you feel like playing for teams? Do you feel that playing for teams in Div 1, you are wasting the talent that you're confident about, that you believe that you are one of the best? Do you feel like playing against teams that let's be honest, that are not good enough, do you feel that you're wasting your talent?
So you feel like basically, do I feel like I'm beating up on bad teams and not playing good teams?
Yes, and not trying to put yourself to the highest of levels.
I don't think it's a waste. And like I said, bro, I was ready to play Prem this past season. That was out of my hands. You understand? If I was ever going to play Prem, it was only going to be for the team that I brought or helped bring to the Prem. So that's the reason why. I don't think it's being wasted again. I don't like to harp on back to it, but I played at a level far superior to Prem, bro. I did that.
Yes.
So I don't need validation from, random dudes, bro, from fucking Croydon or Finsbury Park, bro. Like, that's the truth. Or flipping Blackheath, wherever the O's train. That's just the truth. And that's not being rude, but I don't need that. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Because remember, it's like you said about GB. I went off my own back and got myself a contract abroad, bro.
Yeah.
You guys are playing for GB hoping to get seen by someone. You feel me?
Yeah.
And half of the guys that go to flipping play abroad, they don't even get seen playing for GB, bro. That's the other thing as well. Like when Aaron went to Germany, he didn't get seen playing for GB. He got seen playing for Hornets, bro. There was a scout for Düsseldorf Panthers at a game against Ipswich Cardinals of all places. By the way, that's the nicest ground in the country. Just want you to know that. They've got It's amazing, isn't it, bro? That ground is so nice, bro. But yeah, like I don't feel like it's being wasted. I really don't, because but I've got medals and trophies for normal football, athletics, fucking basketball, all that shit, and I've got 5 MVPs from American football. If I win an MVP against a Prem team, it's not going to mean any more to me than the one I won in Div 1 or Div 2, bro. That's the truth. You know what I mean?
That's. And if the Hornets get to Prem, are you returning?
Yeah. No, but I will go on an insane. Then again, I say no, bro. Fuck you, know, bro. Because that would be my one time to be like, okay, guys, let me show you that I'll play Prem ball. Then, do you know what I mean? It's a high probability. It is a high probability.
Yes.
Just to go on tour in the Prem. But I'd probably be a player coach, because I really a lot more passionate about the coaching side of things.
Okay, that's fair. That is definitely understandable. Fair enough. So, what's made you come towards the end of your end of your career? What's brought this on?
Well, listen, we don't heal like we used to, you know, bro. And to be fair, like I said to you, I'm still gonna be involved in the game. Like I want to be an OC. So I'm not leaving the game. I'm stopping being a player of the game, but I'm still a student of the game.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to get that part down. Like I'm hoping to be an OC next year, bro. That's the truth. So that's it really. Like I've got my plan. I don't freestyle day to day. Like I know what I want to do. You know, so yeah.
Right. So what team would you be coaching at if you get the chance to? And do you feel that would you feel that you'll be able to motivate players the way that your coaches have motivated you? Do you feel that
Absolutely. I motivate my teammates now, bro. I've literally watched our O line get slaughtered by a D line. Not sat them all down, but gone up. Basically told them, listen, you need to do this. You need to do this, and this. Like I said, sometimes with the Hornets, it's just 2 guys, bro, and that's why that team is to be commended. We didn't always have positional coaches for every position. We didn't have that luxury, and I've done the on-the-job coaching thing. Taught them the difference between impact blocking and downfall blocking and all this kind of stuff. And guys tell me all the time. I've got thank yous on my phones. I've got 6-minute voice notes from people telling me shit that happened at training and what they want me to do and how I can help them with this, that, and the third. So it's already there. The foundations are already there.
Okay. Okay. So would you say that he is a coach that you'll never ever kit up for ever again in this sport?
100%. No way.
Is there any other coaches that you'll never ever kit up for? Like be at Hornets or Exiles?
At one time, I would have said the ex-head coach at Exiles, John Moore. Okay. But why? We've since mended the bridge. Because they kicked me out of the team for basically saying what needed to be said.